The world is going to end and perish in flood and famine and fire and other F words, leaving only John Cusack alive, as was predicted? I don't know for sure, but I'm keeping John Cusack prisoner in my home. Just as insurance, because when you look around and you see the strange things that are happening in the world today, it does give you pause. In the past year, we've had economies around the world on the brink of collapse, political unrest, strange weather events. They were serving goose at the buffet today. And that made sense, you know, because I threw a shilling to an English boy. I don't know why they had those lamprey pies and the swan's eye omelets that they were making. John Flansburgh sang Born to Run last night. That's a strange omen, is it not? And of course, Rick Santorum. Look, I despise topical humor. You know that I despise topical humor. But I do appreciate Rick Santorum because I have a theory. I don't think he's actually running for president. I think he's doing the most elaborate Handmaid's Tale cosplay of all time. And all of that is not even to mention the imminent return of the 700 ancient and unspeakable gods who soon will awaken from their watery slumber beneath the South Pacific to drown the world in blood. Or so I have seen in my visions. That night I took my inhaler 50 times by accident. When I was bathing in absinthe. And I've also recently turned 40 years old. Oh, thank you for applauding my mortality. He's halfway done. No, that was not supposed to happen to me. I mean, you see crazy stuff like this going on all around you. It's hard not to feel that there's something big and dark and probably tentacled on the horizon. Some call it the end times. Ancient Norse myth, it was called Ragnarok. Scientists call it becoming global superpocalypse. You may call it Ragnarok. And so now I realized as I was approaching this book, That Is All, that it's not just a book of complete world knowledge, but of final world knowledge, in which I could tell you everything you needed to know before the end of human civilization and time itself. What to hoard, for example. You may wonder, everyone on television tells me to hoard gold. Is that what I should do? No, dummy. Hoard beef jerky dollars. That's the currency of the future. Say you want to be self-sufficient and you want to start raising livestock at your survival compound. What are the best animals? Goats. You can raise goats for fur, food, and fun. They're hardy animals. They give milk from which you can make bad cheese. And when it comes time to murder them for their meat, you don't feel so bad because they're weird looking. They have those weird Kermit the Frog eyes. They mark them as the pet of Satan, and you don't mind strangling them. Rabbits multiply, like their metaphor. They're harder to kill because of the cuteness, and their milk is disgusting. But they're good to have because 1 in every 12 rabbits has the gift of prophecy. So if you want to know when your fields are going to fill up with blood, it's good you can consult one of your rabbits. Hello, Watership Down nerds. Now I know where you are in the audience. And then I write about all sorts of other interesting subjects such as wine and wealth and how boats work and which magic tricks are actually magic, only about 2%. And of course, sports. Now this is where you go, what are sports? I have moved myself happily into a place where I never have to think about them again. And so had I. Now I don't hate sports. I actually kind of like a baseball, all right? more than one. Baseball will be a pretty boring game, don't you think? But baseball, you know, it's got that sluggish pace and the chess-like strategy and the sedentary nature of its players and their strange facial hair. It all makes it paradoxically the sport of the nerd. I just resist the insistence, the cultural insistence that I have to love and care about sports in order to be normal. That is not fair. I do not go around asking jocks to name all 11 Doctors Who. It's not a cup of tea. Don't ask me to love sports. I have a longer version of this rant that ends this way. In my opinion, if religion is the opiate of the masses, sports is the methadone. Well, let me just fast forward to say that as the dying man grasps for religion in his last days, now as Ragnarok approaches, even I, a sports neutral to sports hater, turns to sports for something that might save me before we are all done. And so I did a lot of research on sports that I'm sure you will find very interesting. First of all, there are a lot of them. I covered the major sports: baseball, basketball, football, and falconry. But I also cover the minor esoteric sports that very few people play or enjoy in reality anymore, such as hockey. Oh, I'm sorry, hockey fans. Or may I say, Canadians.